up? Got a Kubey. And which one is it? It's a KU353C 14C28N titanium. Says the color is dark. Okay. I'll buy that for $1. Who knows what that's from? All right. Oh, okay. Sort of has Master Chief vibes. Sort of. I don't know. Let's get it out of there. Oh, wow. Wowie, wowie, wow. Okay, man. Let's get this out of our line of sight. Focus on the important things. Look at the milling on this titanium, man. And you can feel that. It's got all that nice micro milling. The new logo. Really sharp jimping on the flipper tab. Titanium pocket clip. They started putting that little button under there to protect it. Isn't that interesting? I dig the milling. All right, let's get it out. Oh, the jimping on the back. Well, let's use the flipper tab. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, what's not to like here? Titanium. 14C. It's got a beautiful stone wash on that blade. Matte finish. Matches the scale. Liner lock. Drop shut. Centered blade. Very snappy. Good detent. Can't fail it. I mean, I've only run the knife like 4 times, and already I can't fail it. Yeah. Here's the thought I'm having with this knife is how many knives do I put in my pocket that this knife could immediately take their place? It's lightweight, super simple, comfortable. I mean, that's the thought I'm having. I mean, I'm not going to say it's rare, but it doesn't happen a lot where I put my hands on a knife and just instantly I go, as far as like a daily in my pocket piece, so many knives now are so, I don't know. Maybe it's because we're trying to reinvent the wheel. You know, designers are wanting new designs or looking for things to catch the eye, you know, to wet the taste buds. You know what I mean? And so cool knives, you touch them and you hold them and you run them and you go, yeah, everything about it. But they don't immediately put me in a position where I'm thinking, yeah, if I think about the last 10 knives, different knives I put in my pocket, I mean, it doesn't necessarily got to be over 10 days because I don't change knives in my pocket every day. But then to come across one and just go, yeah, I mean, how many knives do I put in my pocket that this could just absolutely replace? Simple, wonderful action, excellent ergonomics, the fit and finish, the materials. And I mean, all I've done is just put my hands on it. at this point. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just get up to plate and you hit a dinger, and they want to, I don't know who they are. So the pivot's backwards in there, but it's not captured, I don't believe. So I think I'll be able to flip it to the other side when we put it back together. I'm almost positive that's the case. They want to analyze the swing and, well, what was the arc of the bat and the bat speed and, how much were you rotating your hips and, and sometimes you just hit a dinger. Sometimes the ball slows down, you see it good, and you swat at it. And this knife, I don't think, was overthunk and over designed and over engineered. I just I think I made my point already of what I'm trying to say here. Simplistically good. Yeah. I didn't even need to run through the whole thing. Could they have put a super steel in here? Yeah. The fact that they didn't, and it's 14C, and the wonderful stonewash acid etch is what it looks like on that blade. I think it's part of it. If that was a satin finished M390, I think the knife might have very easily just fell into the category with, I don't know how many other knives I put my hands on in the last 6 months. I think it quite possibly could have just, I don't know, just fell into obscurity with so many others, but this wonderful flat stone acid etched, I dig it. I dig it, dig it, dig it. All right. Had to send my daughter off. Give her my 2 cents of some wrestling she did last night. Reviewed some video today, and her shot, is so sick at this point. When she fakes, she's faking them out of their shoes, man. And so I just wanted to encourage her to take advantage of it. Yeah, anyways, yeah, so this piece, man, it's not often that I pick one up and I just go, yeah, so good. And it works the other way. I mentioned, if this was an M390 and a satin blade, maybe it would knock it out of this category. That I think it's a package in totality. Oh yeah, I wait a minute. So they put the screw on the captured side, so you have to screw that in. So that's weird. So the captured part is the threaded part. So it's correct as far as how I like to assemble a knife. That is going to go down, and we are going to come on top of it, but I'm screwing the barrel through the blade. I mean, it'll work. It's just kind of strange. Got a little pin here for a lanyard. Titanium backspacer. I like it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, but if they release this knife in a super steel, now I probably shouldn't say this. I mean, they're not listening to me. Nobody watches my stuff, man, except y'all scallywags, filthy animals. I keep using that reference. Nobody called me out on it yet, but um, yeah. So see, this is weird. Like I have to, like, there's nothing to hold this blade down. I almost have to build it from the other side, but you can't screw that screw down because the screw's captured. You see what I'm saying? Like, unless this is screwed onto this barrel, it is. I think that's the deal. This is Loctited, and the barrel came off of the screw, and it shouldn't have. I'm gonna see if I can get it off of there. Yeah, because that's that's backwards, man, way backwards. Um, I'm gonna try. I don't want to mar that up because the blade runs on it. Get it all marred up, and then the blade doesn't run well. So I definitely want to be careful here with what I'm doing. There, I got it. Yeah, let's fix that because that's backwards. Backwards. Let's take this out and put it in. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which side, does it? All right, hold on. Let's just take it out of there. And we're going to tighten it up. Doesn't need to be super tight because when I tighten it, it will tighten from the other side. But I am going to snug it up in here. Yeah, that I'm like, what? Well, I can't even. I'm gonna have to just rely on it locking up and then tighten it up from the other side. Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, what? This is not right. And of course, now I got a train wreck. Everything's falling apart. There we go. All right. Now we can come back together. I say that, but like so. What I was going to say is I shouldn't say this because they'll hear me and then they won't build knives like this again, but they're not watching my channel, man. But if they were to re-release this with a super steel, I don't think I'd get it. Not over, like, now that I have this, I don't think I'd get that because this is awesome. Now, I don't think they would want to hear that. It's like, wait a minute. So we built that in a way that they won't want to upgrade. No, it's just me. I mean, maybe, you know, the 52 people that are going to watch this video would go, well, I would upgrade it. So maybe what I'm saying doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter to them or to anybody. But I'm saying for me to just upgrade the steel on this, I don't think I'd get it. Because I think one of the appeals of this knife is the fact that it's got 14C steel and it's at a price point. Yeah, see, that didn't go right. I thought it felt funny. This isn't locked in. It turned. There it is. I say it's at a price point, but if I remember the price on this, I think they know what they have here. Even with 14C, I think that they know that they hit a dinger here. Oh my goodness, is that nice. Pocket clips recessed down into that titanium scale really well. All T8 hardware. Except for maybe, well, I was going to say except for the steel insert, but it's got a steel liner. The whole liner steel. Yeah. Oh, man. Wow. Let me check that blade, make sure I don't have any wiggle. Nah, it's solid as a rock. Let's talk about this action. Let's get rid of this. So this is lowered. This is scalloped. Wonderful. Very intuitive to reach in there. Super simple pressure to unlock that knife. Drop shut, hydraulic action. Wonderful spidey flick. Excellent thumb flick. And that fuller is long enough that you just naturally put your finger where it lands and it's going to work. Because I can do it from the very top or the bottom. You know, I can get it here or down there and it's still going to function. Same thing with thumb. I can go down here or the top. And so what I'm saying is when you're holding the knife and you decide to deploy, just let your finger fall where it falls and boom. You don't have to find the sweet spot. This whole length is the sweet spot. The back flipper, wonderful jimping up and around, and can't fail it. I mean, it's A-level action, and to be honest, I mean, it's A to A+. It is really, really good. Ergonomics, yeah, locked in. Not so confident, very confident. I mean, it's whoop. We go right past this confident part up towards very confident. The finger tab is a wonderful finger guard. It's even angled back towards my fingers, and so it really locks in. The jimping on the spine is a good patch of it, so I don't have to, again, find the sweet spot. And it's aggressive stuff. Not quite combat jimping, but it's very aggressive. So wonderful locked in. The size of the handle for me leaves me over a half an inch extra, but it's just perfect. Lays in the palm really nice. Very comfortable. Very locked in. Reverse grip. Very strong. Cap with the thumb. Wonderful. And I can get my pick-all grip here. The palm behind that finger guard, cap it with the thumb. And of course, I'd rather be here than here. Man, pocket clip. Triple stitch, thick stuff, yeah, all the way home. And it's a F5 clip. You know, this thing fly around in a tornado. When I found these pants 50 miles from here, this knife would still be attached. Jean size material, same stuff. It's a little thicker, but it's got a small, tight, compact patch area, and it's got plenty of tension right there. So it's going to hold on. My spot in the back pocket, yeah, wonderful. Just a small little bit of reveal on a milled titanium clip. I love the stonewash finish, the flat matte look to it. I dig it. Safety. No exposed blade through the back and the tip is recessed. So the clip's good, tip's good, and I can handle this knife any way I want, and I'll catch that tip. And if the knife's closed in my pocket, it's got plenty of detent to hold it in there. I didn't check it, but let's put that lock to the test. Yeah, I whacked it really good. How's that 14C? Is it sharp? I think we found the criticism. It's sharp, but it needs a strop. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely sharp, but it definitely needs a strop. So let's give it one. Come on, man. I'm going to keep the high angle because I do not want to create a ghost effect up on this stonewash. And if you go at too low of an angle, sure enough, you'll see this little ghost effect on that stonewash finish. Yuck. I mean, it's amazing. I see knives all the time that people are representing as new, but you can clearly see where it's been stropped. It's all smooth and polished looking, you know, a quarter inch or more up from the actual bevel. It's all polished up, and it's like, who did that to that blade, man? And of course, here's the thing. I mean, do you want to match the angle of the bevel when you're stropping? I mean, optimally, yeah. But in the end, I'm not trying to sharpen the knife. I'm just trying to remove any kind of micro burr that might be on there. See if I feel anything. Nope. And so I think whatever was on there is not on there. We'll see. I'm going to run one more pass right there. All right. We help it? Hurt it? Am I going to have to sharpen it? What do we got? Yeah, way better. Just had a burr. A burry burr. Pricing. Where's this thing priced at? Golly. Let me do that by the camera, and then I'm gonna get a price. All right. Okay, so this is the Kubey Supercell. Yep, all those letters and numbers equate to the supercell. And these sell, I mean, wow. MSRP on these is like 150 something. The price that I seen them being sold for is 125. Yeah, 125. Now, if they show up at Timber's Edge, they'd be in that 125 range, and then you'd have the discount code, so you could pick them up, just under 115 bucks, roughly. So, I mean, here you go, 14C titanium knife, over 100 bucks. Yep. So, the question that I'm going to answer now before I finish the video is this: is it, if I had, if this knife was $125, is it worth $125? The only thing about this knife that's not worth that is the 14C, right? Like, and I'm not saying it's not worth that, but the only thing, like the fit, the finish, the action, the ergos, the overall knife itself, absolutely, it's $125 knife. The question is it a $125 knife with 14C steel in it? Man, there are a lot of knives that you can buy for $125 that arguably you're paying for nicer materials as well. Yeah, so I mean they have shot this one up to the top of the price point. And it'll be interesting to see if the knife can sustain that price point with these materials. Now, I'm going to finish with this. With that said, there's 3 or 4 models of this Supercell, and I checked White Mountain Knives, and they were selling them originally for 150 something, and then they marked them down to like 125. And do you know that every model of this knife is sold out? They're gone. Yeah. So, it's easy to say that they overshot the landing with the price point, but based on White Mountain Knife site, maybe they shouldn't have discounted the price to the 125. Maybe they should have sold them all for the 150s. I don't know, listen, try to buy a truck or a house nowadays. Everything's more money. But so final words. This is a really, really nice knife. And I'm going to try to get up a top 10 of 2024, maybe top 20, because, man, I touch so many knives. To do top 10, it's like, oh, there's so many that I would leave out. Would this one make that top 20 list? Boy, I don't. It's definitely would be in the running. That's how nice it is. I like it a lot. Appreciate y'all watching.